where it happened. I was working at this commissary and kept seeing invoices for all these batteries being sold to one man.
Miss Bailey gave the local inspector general's office a call and said she noticed something suspicious.
It added up to thousands of dollars in invoices to just this one guy. What would he do with all those batteries?
We found that the commissary director was taking bribes from this individual, and in turn, the director was illegally selling him batteries that were being resold for a profit.
At first, I was afraid to say anything because I wasn't sure what would happen to me.
We assured her she had the right to whistleblower protection under the law. Anyone who reports wrongdoing to the chain of command, inspector general, or a member of Congress can seek protection from reprisals by contacting an IG or calling the DOD hotline.
And that made me feel a lot better about doing the right thing.
Everyone experiences sadness at some point in life. But when those feelings don't seem like they'll ever end, it could be something more serious. And if you just try to ignore them, it could get worse. It could lead to depression, even thoughts of suicide. So if you're experiencing any of these emotions, reach out for help. Contact your family center or chaplain.
I'm so glad you took the time to stop by. You must have better things to do on your leave than visit with your old algebra teacher.
Well, you never gave up on me when a lot of other people did.
Your dad says you're going to be leaving the military soon.
In about a year or so.
You know what you're going to do when you get back?
Yes, sir, I do. There's this program called Troops to Teachers.
Well, let's hear about it.
This Eagle uses its electronic sensors to identify other aircraft as friend or foe. Each of us can also act as part of an important weapon system against potential threats. As we go about our daily business, our eyes and ears are part of an integrated sensor system that can detect suspicious activities. If you notice something around you that's out of the ordinary, report it to your local OSI detachment or security forces.
It takes reporters, anchors, technicians, and a lot of high-tech gear to get the news on AFN every day. But it takes you to make the news happen. Have a story idea? Share it. Send it to stories@afne.army.mil.
You know that over 4,000 Americans died in home fires alone last year. Hi, my name is DC-1 Burke with the NSA Naples Fire Department. In most of the cases, the homes did not have working smoke alarms. Sounding smoke alarm will allow you the few extra seconds you need to get out of that home alive. Install, maintain smoke detectors on every level of your home. Change the batteries every 6 months. This message was brought to you by the United States Fire Administration, NSA Naples Fire Department, and AFN.
Army MWR Child and Youth Services offers something for kids of all ages. We have child development centers and family child care professionals. Our school liaison services form a link between parents and educators. We have Skies Unlimited classes, summer programs, and before and after school care. Sports and fitness programs are open to all ages. And for preteens and teens, we have trips, camps, clubs, and more. CYS, supporting Army families.
An all-new episode.
It's rancid, it's rotten. I've eaten it.
To transform this restaurant, Gordon Ramsay's bitten off more than he can chew.
Trying my homemade Greek cookies. You never had a better one.
7 p.m. AFN Prime Thursday.
In the summer, one of the most dramatic military traditions unfolds in Washington, D.C. Held on the grounds of the U.S. Marine Corps' oldest post, precision performances of the Marine Corps' evening parade are rooted in historic military rituals. The President's own United States Marine Band opens the performance, followed by the Commandant's own United States Marine Drum and Bugle Corps, which carries on a legacy that traces back to the Revolution. And displaying disciplined precision teamwork, the Marine Corps' silent drill platoon wows the crowds with a heart-stopping performance. The Marine Corps' barracks has hosted military ceremonies since its founding in 1801. And its evening parade is an unforgettable part of our military customs and traditions.
Any luck today, Gator?
You might say that. Called me up a guy out of the blue, offered him some magazine subscriptions, and he gave me his name, address, and credit card number.
Sounds like you earned this.
Yep, reckon I did.
Morning, Ralph. How's the biting today?
Not bad. Sent an email to Sergeant Miller this morning from his bank asking him to verify all of his account information. He didn't bite, but some other guy actually gave me all of his account numbers.
Giving personal information over the phone, the internet, or through the mail gives identity thieves a license to steal.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to trap me a big one today.
What are you using for bait?
Oh, you know, the old sweepstakes offer.
Protect yourself from identity theft. Visit www.consumer.gov/ID theft.
American Dad, 8:30 p.m. AFN Prime Tuesday.
And don't get me
from Anzio to Rome, pushing German troops northward, liberating Italy. The thousands of U.S. service members who gave their lives on Italian soil are remembered at the Sicily-Rome American Cemetery and Memorial. Today, more than 7,800 U.S. military are buried here. The walls of the chapel hold the names of more than 3,000 missing in action, while a sculpture in the ceiling marks the positions of the planets at the historic moment when Allied forces landed on the beaches nearby. Outside, a stirring bronze statue of a soldier and sailor walking side by side is entitled Brothers in Arms. The Sicily-Rome American Cemetery and Memorial, honoring those who gave their lives so that others may live in freedom.
We've been with them since the beginning, and now we'll see it all end live on AFN Prime Atlantic. The American Idol finale live. AFN Prime Atlantic next Thursday morning. Then see it again at its normal time that night on AFN Spectrum.
Meet Major General Mark Hertling. He commands Task Force Iron, a compilation of units working to improve the Iraqi economy, and is responsible for the area known as Multinational Division North. The area is the size of the state of Pennsylvania. That's almost 1/3 of Iraq. But today, Major General Hertling is speaking to students at Wiesbaden High School and Wiesbaden Middle School, not as a commanding general, but as a soldier fighting on the same front lines as their moms and dads.
And from what I know, talking to your folks, your moms and dads, they are very proud of what you're doing and how much you're supporting them as well. Second thing, you should be, if you're not already, you should be very proud of what your moms and dads are doing.
Many of these students have a mom or dad serving in Iraq under Major General Hertling. They have questions, concerns, and most just want to know, when is Daddy coming home? Some questions were beyond most children's comprehension level.
Yes, sir.
How does it make you feel when you put on the uniform?
Makes me very proud that I'm part of something special.
It's not often the Major General gets to talk with students about their parents, so it's important to leave a good impression.
I liked how he explained the safety of our parents over there, and also how not everybody is the way that the news portrays them, like he said.
Major General Hertling took time out of his personal vacation as an opportunity to visit Wiesbaden and talk with not only students, but Task Force Iron Sentinel staff and Family Readiness Group leaders as well. Dedication, commitment, respect. A few words that only skim the surface of how Major General Mark Hertling cares about the families of his iron soldiers.
So thanks for what you're doing.
Reporting in Wiesbaden, Germany, I'm Specialist Cody Wilson.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage. themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
When riding a motorcycle, it's never safe to assume that other drivers can see you. So here are some things you can do to help yourself stay visible. Start by wearing reflective gear on your helmet and jacket, and a reflective vest if required. And when it comes to that headlight, keep it on at all times if local laws allow it. The difference is clearly obvious. Do all you can to be seen, no matter where or when you ride.
Any of us may be called upon to serve in combat.
Any of us can become a prisoner of war.
Any of us can find strength in the words of the Code of Conduct. Article 6. I will never forget that I am an American, responsible for my actions
And dedicated to the principles which made my country free.
I will trust in my God and in the United States of America.
The Code of Conduct, words to live by.
Here's a look at your sports schedule for this Saturday.
Vacuum pack meats are great, aren't they? Thanks to the extended shelf life this sturdy package provides, even our most remote commissaries can offer fresh, never frozen beef and pork. Don't worry about its dark appearance. Just expose it to air and it blooms bright red again. Best part is, this airless atmosphere intensifies actions of natural acids in the meat, resulting in a tender product that tastes marvelous every single time. Thank you.
Terrorism, the use of force or threat to demoralize, intimidate, and subjugate. Domestic violence, same thing. If you are a victim of domestic violence, become a survivor. Change your situation by contacting one of the many resources available to you. These resources have specially trained and experienced people who will guide you and your children to safety and stability. You and your children do not have to be victims. Survivor, a person or thing that survives, someone capable of surviving change or misfortune.
The Colts and Bucks, Tuesday on AFN Extra.
Hi, I'm Jill Biden, Second Lady of the United States. I just want to say hello to all our servicemen and women and their families around the world, especially in Iraq and Afghanistan. We love you. Thank you for what you're doing.
We live on the European continent, and there are constantly warnings about terrorism here. Now, I don't want to overemphasize this, and I don't want this to become the central concern in your lives. On the other hand, you've got to be alert. You've got to report things that seem suspicious to you. Look around. Know what's in the environment around you. We're counting on all of you to be part of our force protection team.
They claimed their product would make you more of a man. They said you would savor the flavor. It would be smooth, yet pack a punch. They told you it would make you rugged. What they didn't tell you is what your friends and family think about you using chewing tobacco. Make everyone proud. Quit tobacco.
Monday morning on AFN Extra.
A
a remarkable story of bravery and quick thinking.
I've been in hostile situations before while deployed, but never with my children. This right here was a totally new scenario for me. A lot of people ask me, hey, this guy walked out of the bank, you were no longer in jeopardy or whatever.
And that's when the staff sergeant took action.
It took personal courage on my part to go back out there. I knew that if I didn't do anything, something bad could have happened outside of the bank. I didn't want this guy to get in his vehicle, shoot someone, or run someone over during a police chase.
My family and I would like to thank all of our troops who are serving our country overseas. We'd also like to thank our Austrian partners for the important role they play in international peacekeeping operations around the world. From the steps of the embassy residence in Vienna, where President Kennedy and Chairman Khrushchev first met 50 years ago, and on behalf of all of our people at Embassy Vienna, thank you for your service.
So here it is, another election, and you're thinking about not voting. Well, while you're not voting, guess who is? If you don't want a guy like this determining the next outcome, see your voting assistance officer to find out what you need to do to vote in the next federal, state, or local election. For more information, contact your voting assistance officer.
This state has an official state dinosaur, Astrodon johnstoni. Francis Scott Key, a lawyer who made his home in this state, wrote America's national anthem. No one knows exactly what caused Edgar Allan Poe's death, but we do know that he's buried in the state with a raven on his memorial. Which state is it? It's Maryland, and the state capital is Annapolis.
Ed Sockmar and the hundreds of participating institutions to minimize loss of credit and to avoid the duplication of coursework. There are some resources.
The following is a list of current exchange rates available at your local banking facilities.
Millions of people use social media sites every day. Most go about their business, but some troll the web looking to exploit unprotected personal information. You'd be amazed at what someone can find about you on a social network site, from your home address and phone number to even your local school and banking institutions. Combine this information with a post about TDY or leave makes your home the perfect crime of opportunity. Before you post information online, review and set up the security settings and do what you can to safeguard you and your personal information.
Experience. CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. All football, no limits, only from Sprint.
What a strange game we have here at Reliance Stadium in Houston. At halftime, it's 10-0 Houston. You ask the Texans, they'll tell you they should be leading by more. You ask the Steelers, they'll tell you they should be trailing by more, but it is what it is. 10-0 Texans. And we're back after these messages and a word from your local station.
How I Met Your Mother, Wednesdays at 9 on AFN Spectrum.
When you think about your kids, what do you see? Do you see their happy, smiling faces? Do you see those things they did that made for really cute pictures? Do you ever see them as a threat? No, not that kind of threat. Most people keep sensitive information to themselves when they're somewhere they think they might be overheard. But not everyone remembers to keep it under wraps at home, too. Your kids don't always know what they shouldn't talk about with their friends. So stay aware and make sure you safeguard sensitive information.
Hey, man, where's your helmet?
Helmets are for wimps.
I don't know, that's a big round.
Dude, I totally got this. Bad idea, bad idea.
Oh, snap. I've never seen someone yoke like that.
Should we call someone?
Well, we always get called in to clean up these messes.
Yeah, why can't people just wear helmets?
Hey, you're back from the hospital.
Yeah, and I'm never skating without a helmet again.
Norfolk Naval Shipyard workers and sailors from the USS Harry S. Truman formed a 25-man team to participate in the annual Dulles Day Festival and Plane Pool. The group worked together to raise $1,100 for the entry fee that benefited the Special Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, today's event was a lot like what we have to do on a daily basis in the work, is to go ahead and cooperate and work hand in hand with the shipyard workers. You know, two teams to reach one common goal, and that was what we had to do here today. And so I've had a lot of success working with them at a professional level and also now on a personal level to try and raise money for good charity.
Rayner also said that the group's teamwork is responsible for their placing third over 60 other teams. Aboard USS Harry S. Truman, I'm Seaman Tyler Caswell.
This offense continues to develop.
Not so fast, my friend.
Who wins the game?
Is there any question at all?
College Game Day. Go to myafn.net for airtimes.
National brand with broad appeal, an export license, and the shelf life to make an overseas trip, it could be a definite maybe. Talk to your store manager first. We might have something similar you'd like even better. Or fill out a patron communication form or submit an action line request. We'll do our best to keep you happy.
Did you know?
At your education center, you'll find programs and schedules to fit the military lifestyle. We offer affordable and flexible education to help meet your goals. Visit your education center today.
And now you know.
This.
Fido is a member of the family, so naturally he's PCSing with you, right? Have you taken the right steps to keep him out of quarantine? Do you even know what the rules are for shipping animals out of the country you're in? Do you have a veterinary health certificate or EU pet passport? When was his last rabies vaccination? Don't wait until the last minute to hope Fido gets on the plane with you. Go to this website and make sure, because he can't do it for himself.
The Niners battle the Eagles.
You slowly,
and the coaches clash.
We will see when he gets his ass kicked.
That's the funniest comment of the season.
Plus, the first two bantamweights face off in an episode you don't want to miss. It's an all-new Ultimate Fighter.
American Dad, Mondays at 10:30 on AFN Extra.
When you think about your kids, what do you see? Do you see their happy, smiling faces? Do you see those things they did that made for really cute pictures? Do you ever see them as a threat? No, not that kind of threat. Most people keep sensitive information to themselves when they're somewhere they think they might be overheard. But not everyone remembers to keep it under wraps at home, too. Your kids don't always know what they shouldn't talk about with their friends. So stay aware and make sure you safeguard sensitive information.
Hey dude, what's up? I don't know. I guess I'm just bored. Bored, huh? Well, what if you tried taking the edge off by lifting weights? Playing cards? Reading a book? Or maybe take up drawing? Hey, now there's an idea.
In training.
Let's kill it!
one of the judges.
I think you just met your match. All the best to you.
Whose group will win it all?
I think I'm going to win.
The X Factor Boot Camp.
Stores stock up on bloody makeup and costumes for Halloween, but exercise planners have such items on hand all the time. Staff Sergeant Jenna Armstrong introduces us to an airman who put on a gruesome performance during his base's last exercise.
Tech Sergeant Thomas Kaufman has a unique role this exercise.
I get to be dead or messed up or arm removed or whatever I'm doing right now. Was it face laceration? Halloween's my favorite season. Heck with Christmas, heck with Thanksgiving, bring on Halloween.
And even though this is great practice for the upcoming holiday, his performance this evening goes toward a greater cause.
This guy's red right here. Red? Red.
Hey, everybody's got to learn somehow.
Training airmen,
especially with where we are at,
to respond to emergencies at Osan Air Base. Staff Sergeant Jenna Armstrong, Osan Air Base, South Korea.
Hey, I would like to say one thing to all the servicemen and women out there. Thanks for your service. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for all the work and support that you give us.
And I just wish you the best and all the best, and I'm fully behind you.
And you go out there and defend our country. So, you know, a lot of props for you from my heart. Take care. Be home safe.
The experience you've gained in the military can't be found in a school. And what you've learned serving your country can't be found in a classroom. Above all, the qualities you possess, leadership, honor, and commitment, can't be found in a textbook. But those same qualities are what are so desperately needed in role models for our nation's youth. When your military career is over, put your experience to good use.
ESPN Goal Line on AFN. Go to myafn.net for airtimes.
With distinction around the world. Through the combined federal campaign overseas, you have another opportunity to serve by giving to more than 2,300 charitable organizations that support people in need in our local military communities throughout the nation and around the world. Join me in making a difference in the lives of people in need by completing a pledge card today. Thank you for your support of the combined federal campaign overseas.
You know, summer is here in Europe, and it's time for everybody to get outside with your family, work out a little bit, enjoy yourself on a tennis court, in a swimming pool, walking through the woods, going for a jog. There's so much to do outside in this beautiful summer that you'll all enjoy here in Europe. And let me tell you, when you do that, you're in balance. You've got healthy living, and that's how we stay stronger together.